What is going on? Thank you guys so much for joining us right here in the greatest city in the world, Wrasslin City, where we talk all things wrestling. We are your host. As always, I'm Taylor,
And I'm Ryler.
and today we are making our official WWE Bad Blood predictions. Bad Blood takes place this Saturday, October 5th, in Atlanta, Georgia, and State Farm Arena with a special start time of 6 p.m. Eastern. The reason why they're doing an earlier start is because UFC is also hosting an event that night, and I guess they don't want their main card to run into UFC's main card. So for us, it will be a 5 p.m. start time. Um, Now, before we get into these predictions, I got to admit I'm a little pissed off right now. Well,
Okay. Why
I'm
is
more,
that?
I'm okay. Well, I'm pissed off and I'm also upset. And I'll tell you guys why I'm upset first. The reason why I'm upset is because I more than likely will not be able to watch Bad Blood. I have to go to a wedding this weekend, so there's a good chance that I will miss the whole show. Hopefully, I can get back in time to where I can maybe catch the main event, but we'll see. You know how weddings are; they like to drag them on like all night. So, but the reason why I'm now go ahead.
I mean, you'll still possibly be able to watch the main event. Unfortunately, the opener, well, it's basically now, I think it's official, right? Like backstage reports, usually these things are pretty accurate. So the opener is supposed to be Drew McIntyre and CM Punk in the Hell in a Cell. That's gonna suck to miss. But you could still see the main event. It's still possible.
Yeah. Now the reason why I'm pissed off is because I'm not our predictions champion yet. We've gone through two shows with the predictions championship on the line. I wasn't able to win it at SummerSlam. Um, we did do predictions for Bash in Berlin. We weren't able to make a video on it, but we did do them off camera, and we ended up tying. So you actually retained in a tie. But Ryler, this Saturday, I am out for blood at Bad Blood, and that predictions title will finally be mine. So,
Okay, so I am the defending champion, but here is the injustice, okay? You already know what I'm gonna say. Where is that belt? It sure as hell ain't over here. It ain't in the background. It's not. Yeah, see, you're just holding my belt hostage. I fairly won that at SummerSlam. We were actually like pretty close during that event, and that was when it was, what was it? We were watching Bailey and Nia Jax was a
yeah,
match, if I'm not
yeah. If
mistaken.
Bailey,
As
if
soon as she
Bailey,
won, I was like, yes, I won no matter what happens.
yeah. So yeah, we were depending on the winner of Bailey and Nia Jax. I remember we were in the car on the way to get pizza or something, and the match had ended while we were in the car, and I felt defeated. I kind of just sat there and sighed, and
It was over.
well, you won the predictions championship, but that's not going to happen this weekend because this weekend I will be the predictions champion. Yeah, the title's with me because, well, first of all, it's my title, and it's
No,
not that
it's
I don't.
my title, but it's your title and
I
material
mean,
wise.
it's not. Yeah,
In
and it's not
spirit,
that
I'm the reigning champion.
you are, and it's not that I don't like trust you and like.
No, we wouldn't have a way to we wouldn't
Yeah,
really have a way to get
because
it back,
yeah,
but
because we
yeah.
can't get together for every PLE. I mean, we live 2 hours away, so
But we're making plans for this.
yeah,
Unfortunately, plans that we have, we're, getting some sort of title to at least be able to have, ones that can actually show like the transferring of those titles. But even toy belts, you would be surprised. They're like what, 35, $40 or something like that.
yeah,
So
yeah. I looked
it's
on
not cheap.
Walmart. I actually looked on Walmart this morning because I thought about going to Walmart and just picking up like a toy belt. But yeah, they're like 40. It's like $38
Yeah.
at Walmart. So
I was expecting them to maybe be like 20 or something. I mean, keep in mind these are plastic belts. So they're not like, some like I guess, slightly better material. They're just regular toy belts and they're $40. But we have a plan for that. So we'll hopefully have that by the next predictions, which will be what, Survivor Series?
Crown
And
Jewel.
oh, okay, yeah, I guess Crown Jewel. And then yeah, hopefully we'll have something in plan for that. No promises, but definitely by Survivor Series. That's, I mean, what, a month and a half or so out from now, we should be able
Yeah,
to do.
yeah. So, other than that, I guess we can just go ahead and get to our predictions. But before we do, make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. Come join the greatest city in the world, Wrasslin City, for all of your wrestling content. We don't talk about AEW on this channel. Sorry in advance if uh, we just covered WWE, and it's still wrestling. So Wrasslin
We
City.
talk about the best pro wrestling. We don't talk about that one company. We don't talk about all ex WWE. We talk about the goats. I'm sorry, I just said that to trigger y'all. I know people are gonna get upset. I get
Ooh,
with it.
yeah,
I'm
dude.
Eric Bischoff.
Yeah, but, like this video, comment down below what your predictions are for Bad Blood. Looking forward to the show, even though I can't watch it. But yeah, I'm ready to get into these predictions if you are, man.
I'm ready. Let's get
So
started.
usually I like to ask you, what would you like to start off with? But so Corey Hayes, he's on Twitter. He's a guy on Twitter, and he usually posts like the rundowns for like Raw and SmackDowns, and he actually has a rundown for Bad Blood. I'm not sure how accurate this is going to be, but he is pretty accurate when it comes to this stuff. So I'm sure all of you have heard the report that Drew McIntyre and CM Punk will kick off the show. So if you want to start with that, we can, or we can start off with any of the other matches. I'm fine with whatever.
Oh, yeah, I mean, let's just go in the order that's been reported as. So we can start off with this, but the issue with that is I think this is probably the match I was the most torn between because you go into it. I
Hey,
mean, I guess there's okay. Well, the reason why I'm saying that is because both of them have a win. You know, they can both say they have a claim to in this feud. It's not a one-sided thing. So at this point, it's who's gonna break that, who's gonna win the tiebreaker. And I have in my head says I how about you go first? You go first, and then I'll tell you what I think about it because I feel like we're on the same page for it. But yeah, we'll see.
so I've had this pick locked in for weeks now, and it has not changed one bit. I've got CM Punk winning this match.
Okay, yeah,
I
I
mean,
agree.
is it's his first major feud since coming
Yeah,
back almost a year, which is crazy that he's been back for a year. And it's his first major feud. And I just don't think you need to have him lose his first major feud. And you go back to following the Raw following Bash in Berlin, where he said that he was going to, he was pretty much challenging Gunther. Drew wasn't having any of that, obviously. So they pretty much planted the seeds that night what direction they're going with after this. And I mean, I think they're going to do CM Punk. I think CM Punk and Gunther is the next feud for CM Punk following this feud with Drew McIntyre. So CM Punk will win this weekend, and that way he will finally get to go on and challenge Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, my issue with this is there's got to be something that's got to happen between Drew and CM Punk because I mean I just don't see it. Won't make any sense to me for them to have this match, feud ends, and for them to be on the same brand following that after all of this hatred that they've had towards each
yeah.
other for the last 10 months. I just feel like they
Mm.
got to do something to where maybe like the loser leaves town, loser has to leave the brand because I don't know. Like, I mean, what do you think about that? Because that's what I think needs to happen.
Yeah, I didn't really think about post stuff. I don't know if they could like have some. I mean, but they could easily wrap like Drew McIntyre has newfound respect for him or something after their match, and then they shake hands. And I don't now with how Drew's been booked, we'll see because he is, just I mean, they've built up this hatred between them, like you said, for basically all of 2024 at this point. Um, but yeah, I would be okay with seeing that. I just don't know if it's gonna be added to this point. I think it's a little maybe they would have done that in like last week's episode of Raw or something. But
Yeah.
I think that my prediction is the same. I think ultimately my gut instinct is CM Punk. So that is what I'm gonna go with. Unfortunately, with these predictions, it being 5 matches, it does kind of I like the 5 match base style, but it does kind of sometimes make the predictions a little less fun because if we agree on most of them, then it's, one match that makes the difference.
Yeah.
But
I've got a few.
I
I've got a
go,
few bonus points for us that we're going to get into later on. So
okay, okay,
just in
bet.
just in case we have all the same picks, I do got a couple of bonus points that we can rack onto our original points. So
Okay. Well, we both agree on Punk. What's the next one?
all right. So next up, we got Nia Jax. She will be defending her title against Bailey for the WWE Women's Championship. Who do you got in this one?
Nia Jax. I mean, I don't really care much about this match, honestly. But
Yeah.
in to their credit, they what was it? Maybe it was like a month ago at this point. They had that really good match on SmackDown,
Hmm.
and I guess there's still the background thing with Tiffany Stratton, possibly cashing in. So there is maybe none of them will win and Tiffany Stratton will cash in. But I think that she's gonna hold it a little bit longer. I think that's gonna be one of those like screwy, she goes to cash in, something happens. But my ultimate prediction is Nia Jax retains the title.
Yeah, yeah, I've got Nia Jax in this one as well. I'm sorry, Bailey, but yeah, Nia Jax will retain. There's a lot of people that really don't care for this match, and I mean their match at SummerSlam, it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, it also wasn't great, but
Well, we didn't. Well, that was also the match we were in the car during, so I didn't watch like really. I kind of heard the audio for it, but I was focused on getting us to the pizza place safe, so I didn't really watch that match very much. But like I said, the one on SmackDown, I was at home during that one, so I do remember they had a very unexpectedly good match for that. So yeah, they could still do it. It's just the odds are kind of against him because all the other matches are more hyped up.
yeah, yeah, the hype for this one hasn't been. I don't think it was as good as their hype up for
It's
SummerSlam.
okay though. I mean, you need a break. There needs to be every match can't be all top. You get there. I mean, I don't want to disrespect him by saying it, but in a wrestling card, there has to be. I mean, the bathroom break. There has to be a spot in between the high matches where you can give people a moment to kinda I don't know, you can't just keep it constantly at that high pace because then once the main event comes, they're not gonna be as excited for it, you know? So,
Yeah,
it's not a bathroom break by any means, but I'm just saying it's the lowest point on the card.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
It should still be
Uh,
okay though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we both got Nia Jax in that one. Next up, we've got Damian Priest taking on Finn Balor. Now, this is one that I am completely torn on. Um, kind of wish I thought about this before we started.
Yeah.
'Cause this is one of the ones that I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to go with Finn Balor. I I've got Finn Balor in this one. I just feel like the new Judgment Day, I think they need to have him
Mhm.
win to make the new Judgment Day seem like a, real threat. Because I mean, they somewhat feel like a real threat still. I mean, they've been able to take out Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest almost every week leading up to this. I mean, it is like a 5-on-2 like every week, but
They need the extra oomph though, yeah, they need to get something to put him on the map, you know?
but
Um,
I mean, I don't know though because you
I'm
know
torn too.
this past Monday on Raw, the Judgment Day, the new Judgment Day, they did stand tall in that segment, and that doesn't go well for that person heading into the match. Usually, when you get that kind of segment,
Yeah,
with the
the go
person
home
who
never
stands
stands
tall,
tall.
go home
Yep.
show, they end up losing at the PLE. But I'm gonna put all that aside, and I've got Finn Balor taking this win.
Okay, so I am torn as well, but this is where we're going to separate because my prediction is going to be Damian Priest. So first
Mm.
with this match, I understand why it didn't have a stipulation, but I kind of wish I think this match would be really good inside a cell as well. I get that you can't, not every match can have some sort of, I get it. I'm just saying in a fantasy situation, I think this would be really good to, they have a lot
Now,
of
if Vince was booking this,
history.
it would have been in a sale. I'm just-
Yeah, I agree. A red cell.
yeah.
Uh,
Oof.
yeah, glad we don't have that anymore. But Finn
Mm.
Balor too, he just every big win, he just can't do it. So I think that's another thing that kind of goes against him for me. And I don't know. I think that Finn Balor needs to win a lot more. I would agree with that. But I don't know. So something tells me that I think Damian Priest is gonna win. And plus we need something to separate. So I'm okay with Damian.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Next up, we've got Rhea Ripley. She is looking to get back her Women's World Championship that she never lost. She will be taking on the current champion, Liv Morgan, and Dominic Mysterio will be hanging above the ring in a shark cage. He will be behind bars where he belongs, according to Rhea.
Again, behind
Yeah.
bars.
Now this is a match that the weeks leading into Bad Blood, where a lot of fans in the IWC wanted this to be inside Hell in a Cell. I mean, I was torn on it. I guess it would make sense because I mean this feud's been going on since what, April.
Uh-huh.
And I mean that feud's. I mean it's heated up a lot since then, but I think having the shark cage stipulation, I think it works just as well as them doing a Hell in a Cell match. I think that they did that because that way you have Dominic Mysterio. He won't be able to interfere in the match, just like if it was a Hell in a Cell, he'd have a hard
Uh-huh.
time interfering. So you
Yeah,
know,
so like you were saying, I saw online people were saying it should have been Hell in a Cell. I think that Damian Priest and Finn Balor, I would have much rather seen this match in a cell. Their history, we're talking about how long Liv and Rhea's history is. Finn Balor and Damian Priest go back to what, early 2023.
yeah.
Uh, but yes, I agree that it's fine with it being in a shark cage, though, or Dom being held up in a shark cage during the match. And I think that since I'm going with Damian Priest, I don't think that both are gonna like I don't think both members, just both sides are gonna win both matches. So since I'm saying Damian Priest, I think that Liv Morgan is going to retain the title in this match.
Yeah, I've actually got the same pick as you. I've got Liv Morgan retaining as well. See, my only issue is with this, Rhea Ripley wins the title, and then, what's
Then what?
next?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
Because, I mean, she wins the title, and then, I mean, who is she going to feud with following that? They really haven't built up anybody on the Raw roster that
Hmm.
is, you know, worthy of, you know, that's believable, I guess, to go and challenge Rhea Ripley for the title. So I think Liv Morgan will retain here. And honestly, I could see this feud. I don't think it's going to last until WrestleMania, like a lot of fans are saying. I just don't see that happening. I could see.
Yeah, I know.
I've got Rhea Ripley taking that title back from Liv Morgan, but I just don't think it's going to
Not
happen
yet.
at
Uh-huh.
Bad Blood. So
Yeah, so well first, so you think Judgment Day is going to stand completely tall throughout this PLE?
yeah, yeah, I do.
Okay, okay.
I
Uh,
think they have to. I mean,
yeah, I mean they definitely need to. I get that people, oh well they've been standing tall at the end of the shows, but they haven't been having the oomph that they've needed to to really rebuild themselves as a separate like version of the stable. They kind of just still feel like a Judgment Day without Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that would be a way to do it, but I don't think it's gonna go until WrestleMania, but I could see them stretching it out further. Maybe with Survivor Series coming up. I don't think they're gonna be in a War Games, obviously. I think that's gonna be with the Bloodline storyline still. But I could see some sort of like maybe well, I guess maybe with a woman, it's I don't really know how they would do that, but like like a traditional Survivor Series type match. So like newer Judgment Day, Finn Balor, Carlito, JD, and versus Damien. I don't know exactly, but you get what I'm saying. I could see them
Yeah.
implementing that somehow. Uh yeah, but I don't think Rhea Ripley's going to get it at this one. So we both agree on Liv Morgan retaining.
Yeah, and this is actually where one of our bonus points will come in to play.
Okay.
So, a lot of people in the IWC have they believe that Raquel Rodriguez will return this weekend and help Liv Morgan defeat Rhea Ripley. I I could see it happening.
Raquel Rodriguez? I don't I mean she's a girl that flexes her back or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Okay.
her.
I mean, I don't remember anything about her besides that really. Did she have like ties with Liv Morgan? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
she
they.
was tag team champions with her, wasn't she?
Mhm.
Shows you how prestigious that title is. Yes,
Yeah,
I
and
remember that a little bit.
I know Raquel and Rhea had a feud. I think back in NXT. I think Raquel actually Raquel beat
Huh.
Rhea Ripley for the NXT Women's title at one point. So
Okay. So you think she's gonna come out and cost
I
them
yeah,
or
I
cost
think
her?
so. I think that yeah. I mean, in that way, following that, Rhea Ripley can maybe do a feud with like Raquel Rodriguez and build her way back up towards Liv Morgan. So that's what I think is going to happen. I think
Okay.
Raquel Rodriguez will return this weekend.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I will I mean, just to add for the sake of the bonus points, I'll let you just have that one. So I'll say she won't return. I don't know, maybe that'll cost me, that makes sense. I mean, how long has she been out now? I guess maybe her timeline it's maybe
Man,
adds up. I haven't done the math, paid attention
yeah,
to
I know
that.
she had some. I can't remember what it was. Something to do with like her skin or something. I
Hmm.
can't remember exactly what it was, but yeah, she's been gone for a while. I can't remember the last time we saw her. I want to say it was like maybe earlier this year. I'm not sure
It's
though.
me. Yeah, yeah, but I guess you can you can use that as a bonus point. You gotta have all your ways to get back that title.
Yeah, fair
Try
enough.
and get
Yeah,
back
I
that title.
do.
You're not
Yeah.
going to, but
Okay. All right.
we can
Make me think.
do
So,
because we're
uh,
gonna agree on the main event. But I could see maybe a possible bonus point with this too. We'll see. Main
I
event.
think I have two bonus points for this one actually. So for the main event. So
Okay, and since I gave you this bonus point, you're gonna let me get this bonus point. At least pick which one I want for the bonus point.
I mean, yeah.
It's only fair.
Okay.
Let's go to the main event. I'm ready.
Yeah, main event. You guys know what it is. It is Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. Who would have thought? Teaming up to take on Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. This one I am torn on as well. Who do you got? I mean, who do you got in this one?
I mean, yeah, I have no doubt in the world that Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns are gonna win this match. I mean, I guess
I
I could see
have my
either one.
doubts. I have my doubts.
Okay, let's separate. Let's disagree on this one too. I'm fine with it.
I
That
have my, I have my doubts, but I just don't see a world where a team with Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes lose.
yeah, and well, the other thing too is when I look at it from a turn, like I understand, but when I look at it from a long term wrestling, sometimes that's kind of a blessing and a curse when you look at these shows because you start to see all the like the weird things you don't a regular viewer wouldn't pick up on with the booking. And the way I looked at it as soon as I saw this match was booked is that Bloodline has won a bunch of the tag matches in the past few months. They've been successful at what Money in the Bank. I mean, I guess SummerSlam, but that wasn't a tag match, you know. Bash at Berlin, who'd they face? They won that match too, right? Right.
Yeah,
Then there was Backlash. So
I don't think
they've been
they had a
stacking
match.
up.
I don't think they had a match at Bash from Berlin. 'Cause I know because Cody Rhodes
Huh.
fought Kevin Owens.
Oh,
So
yeah, you're right, you're right. Maybe I just know that they've had a few six-man tag matches or tag matches, like regular
mhm.
2-on-2, and they've been winning those. So I feel like they have had, enough of that momentum, I guess, in wrestling logic. So this is a match where Cody Rhodes and Roman win this, and then at that point is when you can, build up the like Reigns and Cody, they win the match, but at the end they like fight over who gets the pinfall or something like that. And it's a animosity building between them.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, what's your ultimate pick?
yeah. I've got Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns as well. I mean, now that I think about it, I've actually got 3 bonus points. I forgot about the.
3 bonus points,
I've
huh?
got 3 bonus points. Okay, so
Okay,
here's the.
so well, hold on. Before you even say that, I think Brock Lesnar is going to return. I think that's my bonus point. So let's go forward with the other ones.
Wait a minute. Wait. You said what?
Brock Lesnar. I could totally see him returning for this. Okay,
What?
okay, move forward. You could, dude. Listen,
Dude,
even if it's
okay,
not
listen. Look, I'm on Twitter
okay,
religiously in the IWC, and I have not seen one. You are the first person I have heard or anything or seen to say that you think Brock Lesnar is going to return at that Bad Blood. So
okay,
that's why I'm kind of caught off guard.
okay. So, what are your 3 bonus points? Rock's obviously one of them, and then who are the
Okay,
other?
so first bonus point is who will start off this tag team match? Who do you think will start off this tag team match?
Oh, started off. What? Okay. I guess Cody Rhodes and um Tama Tonga.
Well, Tama Tonga can't start the match because he's not in the match. It's
Okay, Tonga Loa.
Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. So Cody Rhodes and either Solo Sikoa or Jacob Fatu.
Okay,
I've
Jacob
got
Fatu.
well, okay, well I've got Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa. So I mean,
Was
so
it
it's
Tama Tonga? He's gonna botch it and go in the ring to start the match,
uh,
and then he's
I
not even
wouldn't
in the
wouldn't
match.
surprise me the Botch King would do that. But my second bonus point out of the 3 that I have is who gets the pinfall.
Who gets the pinfall? Okay, now that one I can understand being a good bonus point because I could see that going either way.
I've got Roman Reigns.
Oh, that's a hard one, man. I can really see that going either way. Um, I mean, Roman Reigns, him being able to pin one of the members of the bloodline would make for, solidify his return. But on the other hand, Cody Rhodes getting the pinfall, like I could see like he gets a spear, but he wasn't tagged in person or something, and then Cody Rhodes grabs it real quick. It's to kind of, but I could see it happening too with Roman, if he hits Cody hits the crossroads. So I'm gonna say Roman too, though. I don't want to make it further. I feel like Roman is gonna get that pinfall. So I'm gonna say Roman too.
Yeah. And the final and third bonus point, I mean, you pretty much said it earlier.
So cool. Okay, so you think it's just The Rock is a possible option?
Honestly, I mean, I was gonna say Jimmy Uso, but
Oh, yeah, I guess Jimmy does make sense, but we've been saying this every single week.
it's every Friday night. Jimmy Uso is returning. He's returning. He's returning every Friday. And where are you at, bro? Like, come on, where are you at, man?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, hell, Paul Heyman. I mean, when are
I
we
don't
going to
know.
see him back?
Paul Heyman would be good. The reason why I said Brock Lesnar is because, first of all, this is one that none of us are predicting right now. That's kind of why it would be a good return. And
I
I
don't want him
think
back.
you said
We
what?
don't. I said we don't need him back. I don't want him back. We don't need him. I don't want him.
Okay, so I get why you're saying that, all the allegations and stuff, but he's been added to the main roster, or he's been added back to the the active roster section.
Is he
And
still? Is he still on the active roster? Like,
he, well, as you're saying, like, did it change after what it did a few days ago? Like, did they
yeah,
unadd him again?
yeah. Let's
I'm
see.
not sure,
Let's see.
honestly.
Let's see if he's still in the active roster because I did
Mhm.
see that too, but I just
Well,
didn't
he got
like.
added back to the main roster, or he got added back to the roster page a few days ago, and all of this stuff, I mean, like, Vince, obviously, I totally see him being guilty, but Brock Lesnar, all that stuff is allegations. I mean, it's not I'm not gonna completely turn on him just yet. We'll see. If he got cleared, I would be fine with seeing him return. I don't really know, I don't know all the exact details. It was kind of funny imagining all the stuff they accused him of. But I could see if everything was fine, I could see him returning. He has
Let's
history
see.
with Roman, history with Cody, Paul Heyman,
Yeah,
like you said, would return. I don't know.
yeah. He's
Brock
yeah.
Lesnar is
He's
also one of the kings of the like just he match happening then turn. That's like one of
yeah.
that's happened
He's
so many
still
times.
yeah. He's still listed on the current roster right now.
Okay, so at least the more you hear it, the less you're like, oh, it's at least not
Still gonna
it.
say no. I don't know.
Okay.
I
I could
just
see Jimmy though too. I'm torn, but now that I remember Jimmy, I am like, yeah, is this maybe the moment for him to return?
I will say that if he does return, it'll be interesting to see like what the like what kind like what the feedback is like in the.
I
I mean,
Yeah,
I know
mhm.
the like in the arena, they're probably going to go crazy, but
They're gonna go
it'll
crazy.
it'll
Yeah, of
be interesting
course.
to see what the feedback is in the IWC because I mean, when I go on Twitter and I see like Brock Lesnar, a lot of people are they don't want nothing to do with him anymore. I mean,
Well,
I'm one of them. I just
that
don't think we need him anymore. I mean, there's just
I can
not much
understand
to
that.
do.
I can
There's not much
understand
for him
that.
to do anymore. I don't know. Yeah, no.
Okay, I mean, I can understand why people think he shouldn't return, but I'm saying for the like actual legal stuff aside, we're just going off what we see at face value, what we see with these documents. We're not really in the legal process. So from a wrestling standpoint, I understand that, but as a person, I would be okay with seeing him returning, as long as he's not found guilty of, tied in with this situation. But let me make clear, I do not think that The Rock is going to return. I don't think it's going to happen yet.
Man, see, the reason why I say that is because on Twitter, let me find out because I just saved it. So Cody Rhodes was on the Pat McAfee show the other day, right? And
Mhm.
I think this was off camera, but Pat McAfee said, let me find the exact like Pat McAfee apparently told Cody Rhodes, asked he was like, heard the big guys coming back this week, and then Cody
Oh,
Rhodes
yep.
said,
Mhm.
which one? And then Pat McAfee said, you told me enough. And I mean, everybody was saying, oh, yep, The Rock's coming back. I could see it happening.
I
I could see it happening. And I think he is going to return.
I guess now I think about that, I can understand it. I'm still not gonna say that. I don't I At least on my official predictions. So I
I
could
mean,
see it
who else
convince
would
me a little bit more.
who else
I
would Pat
forgot about
McAfee
that.
be? I mean, who else would Pat McAfee be referring to as the big guy?
I think they're just stirring up stuff. I don't necessarily think that
Jimmy
the
Uso?
Pat McAfee show is gonna be canon for the ending to Bad Blood. I think they're just
I mean, I mean, hey, I mean, Pat McAfee. I mean, he's got ties with WWE, so
what if
you know,
it's the big guy, Brock Lesnar?
or what if it's the big guy Ryback?
What if it's a big guy Otis? What if Otis just comes out and beats all of them up? If it was Ryback, then Ross would come out and, you know, beat him up,
Yeah,
even the odds out. If you know, you know.
yeah. But yeah, that's
We
our
have a yeah.
predictions.
Yeah, yeah, I'm s
We're gonna have to like go back like after this and
yeah,
like write
we're gonna
out all of these because I've pretty much like lost all our predictions now. We've got predictions and we got like 5 million bonus points. It feels like now, so we'll have
yeah,
to
we'll
go
go
out here
through it,
after
and then
this. We'll
during
have
the
to go out
review
and write them out. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, on the review, we'll sum up what happened and who won.
yeah. If we do plan on doing a review, hopefully I can get back in time to watch some of this show. Fingers crossed
Yep,
that I
fingers
get back in
crossed.
time and then we can, talk through some of it maybe and then get on here and do a quick review for you guys. But yeah, again, let us know in the comments down below what your predictions are for the show. And, just make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. Come join the greatest city in the world, Wrasslin City, for all your wrestling content. WWE mainly, but I mean, hey, it's still wrestling. So, and make sure to like this video, share this video, help us, just help us grow. That we enjoy doing this for you guys. Yeah, it's a blast to be able to come on here and just talk wrestling. We love it, and we know you guys love it. So, yeah, help us
We've
out.
been doing this for a while. I mean, not this YouTube channel, but we have been into wrestling for a while. We've been friends for a while, and this is basically just us talking about what we usually talk about on camera. So
Off
we'd
camera.
appreciate a bunch of as much support as we can get from you guys. We have already built up at least, we've been making progress, and we have even from like a year, or I guess earlier this year, we have yeah, we made a lot of progress. So hopefully Wrasslin City continues to grow.
Yeah,
Cheers.
and yes, cheers. Sure. You guys would help a lot. We love you guys, and we will see you guys next time right here in Wrasslin City. Peace.